Beauty 2, and I am finally back with another live, y'all. I haven't gone live in 6 months, y'all. It has been 6 months since I have gone live. So please, as you come in, drop comments so that I know you are here. I'm just so happy to be back, y'all. I'm really happy to be back. I was truly missing doing this, and excuse my voice. I know I'm a little nasally, and excuse this background. Listen, I keep it all the way real. I'm downstairs in my basement. My basement is unfinished, so I hope you don't mind. This is what we're working with. So yeah, it's been 6 months. It has been 6 months. I took a hiatus because if you follow me on Instagram, then you are already aware of my situation. But if not, I will catch you guys up. I did post on here about being pregnant. So I got pregnant and I had a whole baby, y'all. I had a whole baby. He is 3 months old now. His name is Donovan. He is the most precious little thing in the entire world. We love him so, so much. So I went on maternity leave. I was at home with him for most of those three. I was at home with him for the majority of 3 months, and I actually just went back to work. This week will mark my third week being back to work from maternity leave. If you were not aware, I work from home. I am a claims manager. And I made the decision for my department that we were going to continue to work from home. My team worked from home while I was on maternity leave. And I just decided that it was best for everyone to continue to work from home, especially for me. I found an amazing babysitter and caregiver for my son, Donovan. Uh, she's awesome. I don't want to put too much of her personal business out there. Hey, Sunsa Ray. At school, dropping off, popping in and say hi. Hey, Sunsa Ray. All right, y'all got to excuse me. This is my first time using the YouTube mobile app to go live. I normally use StreamYard, but what I noticed is when I use StreamYard, if you go onto the YouTube website, you can't see any of those lives. So you can only see the StreamYard lives, I feel like, when you're on the YouTube mobile app. I don't know why, but whatever. Hold on. Hey, Mo, what's up, girl? My girl Mo was in the building. Y'all, if I only had one person on here to talk to, I don't even care. I'm just so happy to be back. I'm just so happy to be back. So I decided the best thing for me to do was to go live during the week now. My schedule has changed. My life has changed so much. And I want to please make sure y'all can see me and hear me okay, right? The orientation is correct. I wanted to do this horizontally, and I want to make sure y'all can see me and I'm not all backwards or anything. I like to go live horizontally so you can see everything that I'm doing. While I'm running my mouth, I really should be doing my brows. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. I should have brought my reading glasses down here, y'all. I'm sorry. e.l.f. This is the pomade in espresso. Let's get the brows situated first and foremost. Patrick Ta Brow Brush. Yeah, so I just felt like it made the most sense for me to go live during the week now while Donovan was at the babysitter. Because trying to go live on the weekends now, Saturday and Sundays, like that's not going to really make much sense for me while taking care of this whole baby, okay? Like, and let me just tell you, having a whole baby at being over 40, 45 to be exact, about to be 46 next week, it ain't no freaking joke, y'all. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. I know the situation with everything that's going on with Sir Orange a lot, but I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to focus on that. I want to be a distraction and a feel good situation from all of the madness that is going on around Sir Orange a lot. Okay, so I said this on my Instagram. I will say it here. I do not discuss politics nor religion on any of my social medias. I just feel like it is such a personal it is such a personal topic, and right now it is so extremely divisive, and I don't want to bring any of that divisiveness or negativity on any of my social media. I want to be a relief, a distraction, and a feel good time from all of that madness. So do not expect me to discuss any of that. I will not. I do not discuss politics. I do not discuss religion on any of my social medias. That's just my belief. That's just what I do. Okay. I don't shade anyone who chooses to do that, but that is just not me. So yeah, I had a whole baby, y'all. 45 years old. This pregnancy was a complete surprise. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already heard all of this, but I've been away from YouTube for so long, 6 months. So I know that there's people on here who follow me on here who may not necessarily follow me on the gram. So I just wanted to talk about my birth experience with Donovan, and also yeah, since getting pregnant, my husband and I we decided that that was going to be our last one. And so I was like, after having him, I want the tubes burned, dyed, tied, and fried. Okay. And they don't burn, dye, tie, and fry them anymore. They just take them out. So my tubes are gone, and I am no longer able to procreate, which I am ecstatic about. Okay. Because I've had 4 children, and I feel like that is enough contribution to the US population. I don't need to have no more children. There's the brow right there. First brow is done right there. Once again, I am using the elf. I think this is, I forget what this is called, y'all, but this is the elf cream. You can use this as a liner as well. It's in the shade espresso. It's like a dark black brown. It's amazing. So yeah, I found out I was pregnant with Donovan in December. It was a complete surprise. We were not expecting, we thought we were finished having children, to be honest. I have, for the record, I've talked about this before, but I have 3 other children who are much older. My oldest is 25 years old. My oldest daughter, Janiyah, she's 25 years old. My middle child is my son Michael. He's 22. He does not live with us, and I don't really talk about him because he's on his own personal journey, and I choose to keep the situation, what's going on with him, private. So I don't really talk about him, but he's 22 years old. And then I have Charlotte, who is my 15-year-old teenager. So we, our youngest was 15. We thought we was done. We thought we was done. And lo and behold, I really thought I was done because my body was just like, I just really thought that I was entering into the other side of having children. Like the other side of reproductiveness. Like I really thought that that part of my life was over and that I couldn't have any more children. And so when I found out I was pregnant, I was just like, what? I was terrified. But me and my husband just decided to embrace the journey and just, when I looked at all of the women who are out there who were trying to conceive, who had never had children and who were my age, I was like, you know what? I really have no reason to complain about this. This is a blessing, and I'm going to treat it as such. So that's how I chose to look at it. And it truly is a blessing. Being able to be a mother again at an older age, I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful that I was able to bring another life into this world at this age. But when I tell you I'm so glad I'm done, I'm so glad that I'm done. So glad that I'm done. So yeah, I said I was going to talk about. I'm going to talk about my birth experience, not necessarily the experience of being pregnant, because I feel like I've already talked about being pregnant at nauseum on here and on Instagram. So I feel like you guys are already familiar with that whole journey. I want to talk about what it was like to actually give birth for a fourth time. So my due date was, when was my due date? August 3rd, I believe, was my due date. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure my due date was like August 3rd. It was a Saturday. And because I'm pregnant, because I was pregnant and of a particular age, they had already, discussed with me induction. So, and I've been induced before. I was induced with Charlotte, so I'm not afraid of that. I wasn't afraid or nervous about that. So that's what the plan was. It was to be induced at 39 weeks, which would be a week before my actual due date. So I go to the doctor. I go on maternity leave the week of July 19th. I really believe, I think I believe that July 19th was my last day of work. And I went on maternity leave after that. And so I go to the doctor the week after, and I had been having a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions. If you're not familiar with what those are, it's pretty much false labor, and it's to prepare your body for actual real labor. And so I'd had a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions. And I told my OBGYN that in my appointment leading up to when we were going to schedule the induction. And she said, yeah, you're contracting, but it's not anything serious that we need to worry about. So we're just going to go ahead and schedule your induction. You'll be 39. You have to be 39 weeks before we can actually officially induce you. So we will schedule that for Sunday, I believe it was the 29th. So we scheduled the induction for then. And she was like, well, if you go into labor before that, then we will deal with that when that comes. So that was, I believe, Wednesday of that week. So Friday comes along of that week. I'm done with the brows. So now I'm going to prime my eyes with my Wet n Wild liquid shadow. I'm doing a smoky eye, and I'm going to be using mostly matte shades. So I want something that this can blend over pretty well. This is in the shade Sandcastles, and I'm going to set it with my Maybelline Fit Me powder in Natural Tan. I need bifocals so freaking bad. Okay. So yeah, so I go there. They do, when you get to 36 weeks pregnant, you go to the doctor every single week, and they put you on the contraction machine to monitor the baby. It's called like non-stress test. So I did all of that, and I was having contractions, but they were the Braxton Hicks, and they weren't enough to actually be concerned about going into labor. So we scheduled the induction, and she said, if you go into labor, we'll deal with it then. Hold on. So that was Wednesday of that week. So Friday comes along, Friday the 26th. And the night before, Thursday night, I started having contractions that felt like they were the real deal, because they started coming closer together and they were more painful, and I could actually feel my stomach hardening. So I was like, yeah, this is the real deal. So I kind of I wasn't able to sleep the entire night. Was not able to sleep that entire night. Woke up the next morning, Friday, and still was not able to sleep. Contractions were still going on. My husband woke up and he was getting ready to go to work. And I was like, honey, I think this is the real deal. I don't think you should go to work. I think we need to go to the hospital. And the reason why I wanted to go to the hospital so early on in the process, is because this was baby number 4. And I did not want to make the mistake of waiting too long. I didn't want to make the mistake of waiting too long and then possibly like having the baby at home. I didn't want to do that. So told the hupsters, I think we need to go to the hospital. I already had my hospital bag packed. I had y'all, I had my hospital bag packed at like 34 weeks. When I was 34 weeks pregnant, I already had my hospital bag packed because I was like, I'm not doing this. Like I'm not waiting until the last minute. I'm not waiting until the last minute to pack my hospital bag and be like not prepared. So hospital bag was already packed and ready to go. All we had to do was just grab everything, throw it in the car, and go. So we go to the hospital. It's early in the morning. It's probably around 8 something. We get to the hospital around 8:30 in the morning. For this look, I'm gonna go into my Beauty Bay Rich palette. I want to do a smoky eye with this, and I think I want to use this whole row, or I want to dip into the matte shades in this row, this second row up here, for my smoky look. So I'm gonna start with like a mid-tone shade. And it's going to be this one right here in Violin. This may or may not be the same look that I do tomorrow when I go out to date night. It depends. But for right now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my favorite blending brush, Morphe M504. And I'm going to go into that shade Violin right here. I haven't used this Beauty Bay Rich palette yet. So I really wanted to use it today to create a smoky eye. Like a berry toned smoky eye. Ooh, y'all. I mean, these match just blend themselves. Do you see that? That is so good. So we get to the hospital. It's like 8:30 in the morning. And, you know, they hook me up to all of the monitors and everything. And I am, in fact, in labor, but I'm in early labor. So I ended up going into labor on my own. They had scheduled my induction for that Sunday, but Friday I ended up going in labor on my own. So I'm in the hospital. A few hours passes by. My doctor finally comes over because her office is connected to the hospital that I delivered in. So that was helpful because she's always like right there on call. She came in, she checked me, and I wasn't really that dilated. When I went to her appointment on Wednesday, I think I was only like maybe a centimeter or 2 dilated. When I got to the hospital, it was the same deal. I was only like 2 centimeters. So she was like, it's a little early in the process, but I was like I was so uncomfortable and in so much pain. I was like, I told my husband, I said, when we go to this hospital, I'm not letting them send me home. I'm not leaving this hospital until I have a baby in my arms. And that's that. Because I am in so much pain. I'm so uncomfortable. And I also forgot to tell y'all that I like pulled some type of ligament on my left side, like right above my hip and my pelvic bone. Oh, it was so incredibly painful. I couldn't even walk. I could hardly walk. So I told them, I'm like, look, I'm gonna go in with what shade is this? Liquor? Right here? No. Yeah, right here. Liquor. Ooh, it's lighter on camera than it is in the pan. Liquor. Liqueur. Yeah, liqueur. Same brush. So I hadn't made that much progress. It's only like 2 centimeters. So they're like, we'll just continue to let you labor. And that's that. So I continue to labor. Fast forward a few hours later. It's now like, Well, all day pretty much. Fast forward, it's like 8, no, like 5. It's more like 5 or 6 o'clock at night. And I must say, the hospital I was at was so amazing. Like, their service was amazing. The nurses were amazing. But I still hadn't progressed. And I was getting really upset because I hadn't, sorry. I was getting really upset because I hadn't progressed. My labor had not progressed hardly at all, I felt like. And I was like, well, how much longer are you guys going to let me labor before we just call it and you guys give me a C-section? And they were like, well, you know, it's a little early for that. We're just gonna let you labor, and you know, we're gonna let you labor and it do what it do. I'm like, all right, fine. I'm going back into the original shade Violin and blending it up top here. I'm also going to grab, I need one of my angled brushes. I don't think I have it in here because it's not clean. That's all right. I'm going to use this dual-ended brush right here, and I'm going to go into the shade Mascarpone right there. And I'm going to put that up here in the brow bone. It's like, oh, yes. Yes, please. I love having a light brow bone. Y'all see that? Perfection. So I was like, how long are y'all? Then they were just like, well, we'll just let you labor and see what happens. And I'm like, oh God, you know, as much as I wanted to have another delivery where I'm pushing the baby out, I also did not want to be in labor for like 48 hours. And I was in labor total hours, 28 hours from start to finish. From the time I started having contractions, real contractions, to the time I gave birth to Donovan, it was 28 hours. And so it was like my body just forgot that I had a baby before. Totally forgot. Totally forgot that I had 3 other births and started all over again, pretty much, my body said. My oldest daughter, Janiyah, she doesn't like hold him or feed him or any of that stuff, but she loves him in her own way. She expresses how much she loves him in her own way. So every morning she comes in my room and she's like, oh, good morning, mommy. And then she'll come over to Donovan and she'll be like, good morning, Donovan. How are you? Like, good morning, Donovan. And she'll like, you know, just kind of pat him on the shoulder, you know, because she's very finicky with babies. You know, they got a little bit too much, all of that energy for her. So, you know, but she loves him. She does so well. I feel like she's doing really well. All right, I need to go in with a deeper shade from this palette. Let's do Mahogany right here, right there. Let's do Mahogany. And I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild brush. And we're gonna go on the lid. Remember, I'm doing a smoky eye. So a smoky eye with mostly mattes. So I kind of like how this is. Ooh, yes. I really like that. Really, really, really like that. All right, so where was I? Yeah, they're like, we're just gonna let you labor. So let's fast forward to about, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night, maybe. Doctors come back in and they're like, they're checking me. Still haven't made too much progress. Like, most of my labor stayed pretty stagnant until the last like 3 hours. The last like 3 hours of my labor is when I made the most progress. And I was asleep. It was like at the middle of the night when I made the most progress. So they come in and they're like, because I was holding off. I definitely wanted an epidural because I had an epidural with every single other one of my pregnancies. And I'm like, this one is not going to be any different. So I'm like, yeah, I definitely want an epidural, but I want to wait. And so now they come in and it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And they're like, why are you still wanting to wait? And this time they bring the anesthesiologist in because he had been busy all day. He was finally able to come and talk to me. And he was like, well, why are you waiting to have the epidural? And I'm like, well, I'm not really far along. I'm only like 2 or 3 centimeters, and I don't want to have the epidural too early. And, then it wears off. And he was like, what are you talking about? He's like, we don't do that anymore. He's like, we keep the epidural going for as long as you need it. And then when it's not needed anymore, then we turn it off. I was like, oh, okay. Shows you how much I know. Running off my 15 years ago having a kid. I thought that they hook you up to the epidural and, once the drip is done, that's it. No, they keep it going until they feel they keep it going until you don't need it anymore. So I was like, all right, go ahead and do it. Please, because I'm super uncomfortable and I need some relief. I'm just taking a makeup wipe and just kind of cleaning up here. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a little bit of sparkle. The GG in me and the way I do my eyeshadow is really tempting me to want to put a little bit of sparkle on the lid. But at the same time, I really love the fact that this is all matte. I don't know. I think I have to do what truly speaks to me and put a little tiny bit of sparkle on my lid. I can't not do it, y'all. Sorry. So I'm gonna go into, let's see. Let's go into spritz right there. I'm just gonna take my finger. Where to go? Spritz. I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna tap it on the lid over top of that nice dark shade. I don't want too much sparkle. I just want a hint. Just a hint. I just want a hint, y'all. See how it's just a hint of sparkle? That's so pretty. That's no glitter glue. I don't have any glitter glue or anything on my lid. Just, whatever the other primer that I use is fine. And I just wanted a hint of sparkle. I feel like it would not be a GG-esque look if I didn't put some type of sparkle on. Didn't have some type of shimmer. Right? I also probably am not going to be able to do my entire face on camera. I'm going to try, but it might only be the eyes that I get done on camera. We'll see. And then in the inner corner, I'm going to go in with Florentine. Right there. I'm going to pop that in the inner corner. I'm going to use the other side of this double-sided Urban Decay brush. I hear you, Mo. I hear you. Luckily, I work from home and I just feel like it's the smartest thing for me to do makeup while during a week while Donovan is at the babysitter, because otherwise, unless my husband is home to help me with Donovan, I honestly don't have time to do makeup while he's around, because he requires 100% all of my attention, okay? Like all of it. Yeah, that's essentially the look, y'all. That is essentially the look. Look. So now I'm just gonna clean up a little bit underneath the eye. We are going to put on some primer. Facial primer. Yes, I know you do, Sunsaray. How old is your baby now? I'm sorry if I missed some comments. I'm really rusty at this, y'all, so please forgive me. Like I said, it's been 6 months, okay? That's cute. That's cute, y'all. All right, lashes. Let's put on some lashes. I'm gonna go in with my trusty Kiss Pompadour lashes, and I'm going to use black lash glue. Oh, 4 and 5. Wow. Oh my gosh. Woo, child. Them little ones that close together. Oh my goodness, girl. She goes to Oh, your mornings are free? All right. Gotcha. Gotcha. I will be at that point in a couple years. Like I said, Donovan is 3. He's 3 months old. A little over 3 months old. Like 3 months and a week. 3 months and a week. And he's at the babysitter. So it just makes more sense for me to try to do my makeup while he's not here. I just realized I've had my contacts in this entire time. I normally take my contacts out. Where did that lash go? Here it is. I normally take my contacts out when I do my eye makeup, and I left them in. Yeah, I don't know what this holds for me when Donovan is a toddler, because I kind of feel like, I mean, I'm still going to need childcare for him, so he's going to be going to some type of childcare. But when he's older, I just feel like once he's a toddler, he is going to give me and my husband a run for our money. Having a child when you're younger does not compare to having a child when you are over 40. So I didn't finish my birth story. So, okay, so they give me the epidural, right? They give me the epidural, and oh, it was such a relief. I felt so much better. Mind you, it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night that I get the epidural, and I was able to actually get some sleep. They have some new stuff in the hospital that I didn't experience when I was pregnant with Charlotte. You know, they had me sitting on the ball, you know, the big exercise ball, and kind of rolling back and forth. And they wanted me to lay on my sides and all this other stuff, but I couldn't lay on my side because of that issue I was having on my side, on my pelvic pulling issue right here. I could not lay on my side because it was so extremely painful for me. So once I got the epidural, they were able to kind of maneuver the sides around and all of that stuff. So I finally was able to get some sleep. They checked me, I don't know, maybe at midnight. And I had made some progress. I don't remember what that progress was, if I'm being honest. But what I do remember, because I was finally able to sleep, what I do remember is waking up at like in between 3 and 4 in the morning, the nurse coming in and checking me and saying, "Oh, you are 7 you're like 7 centimeters dilated and your water broke. Y'all, my water has never broken on its own. I always, with every single one of my other children, the doctors had to come in and manually break my water. I never had my water break on its own. With Donovan, the water broke and I was asleep, so I didn't even know that it broke. Here's the lashes. I didn't even show y'all. I'm so sorry, y'all. Here's the lashes and the glue. I'm just kind of letting the glue set so I can pop these lashes on. Yeah. So my water had broke, so they cleaned me up. The nurse cleaned me up, switched me over to the other side, and she was like, when you start to feel more pressure or more pain, because mind you, I'm on an epidural. If you start to feel more pressure and pain, please call me and let me know. I'm like, all right. I said I was going to, but I ended up not because I just went back to sleep. If you know anything about labor, it's hard and you tired. So I went back to sleep. I wake up, another hour goes by. She checks me and she's like, I'm like, yeah, I feel something. I feel something going on down there. I'm feeling pain. And I'm like, I don't know why I feel pain because I have an epidural. And she's like, oh, he's right here. We about to have a whole baby. Let me call the doctor, get the doctor over here. And so they rushing to get the doctor over, and they like getting everything ready because he's right there. And she's like, she has me do a couple of practice pushes. And so I do a couple of practice pushes, and she's like, all right, stop pushing, because if you push anymore, he's gonna come out. So now they're like, you gotta hold it. Like, what? He's right here. And even though my legs are numb and my stomach is numb, I can feel all of that pressure. And y'all telling me I gotta hold it and I gotta wait for the doctor to come in? Like, I was just like, what? So I had to hold it and not push and get ready for the doctor. So the doctor comes in, they do all their things, all of the things. I have to give a shout out to my husband because he was there the entire time. He did not leave my side the entire time. He was supportive. He held my hand. He did everything that I asked him to do and more. He was just the most amazing support partner that you could ever have when you are giving birth. He was there when Charlotte was born, and he was there when Donovan was born, and he is just the most amazing support partner ever. People don't give husbands and partners enough credit in the delivery room when they are there for you. Don't tell me that. Right? Mo, when I tell you, Mama JJ was like, if you don't push and get this baby out, okay? But no, I had to hold it. But luckily I didn't have to hold it too long. Let me get this lash on. I didn't have to hold it very long, y'all, because hold on, let me get this lash on and then I'll finish talking. I can't talk when I do this. I can't believe I forgot to take my contacts out. I never have my contacts in when I do eye makeup. Because I need bifocals, y'all. When I have my contacts in, I can see far away, but I can't see close up. And I'm at the point now where I gotta hold stuff away like this. You see older people when they holding stuff away like this to read it. That's how I am now. See, like I gotta hold this mirror out here to see what I'm doing. If I hold it right here, it's blurry because I have my contacts on. Y'all, this don't make no damn sense. I'm like experiencing like menopausal, like older things happening. And then on top of that, having a whole baby. The two of them don't mix at all. So anyway, the doctor comes in. When I tell, I probably pushed maybe 3 times, maybe 10 minutes, and boop, Donovan was out. So the labor was long, but the pushing was not. And that's been the case, except for with my oldest daughter. That's been the case with all of my children. The labor was the labor was a little longer, but when it came time to push, it was like 1, 2, 3, boom, out. They were out. And I didn't even, I'm sorry if this is TMI, but I'm talking about my birth story, and all of y'all have had children, so y'all understand this situation. I didn't tear that much at all. So, you know, when you push, there's tearage. There could be tearage down there. So, um, I didn't have that much tearage down there, and I maybe had like 2 stitches. That's it. They didn't have to do an episiotomy at all. And I had 2 stitches. And when they do the stitches down there, they actually dissolve already. Wait, hold on. Let me look at your comment, Mo. How do you go back and look at the rest of the comments? I don't know how to do that because they like disappear. They like disappear. They disappear at a certain time. Your ophthalmologist said that everybody's going to have to do that at a certain point in time, Mo. Have bifocals. Is that what you said? Because I was trying to read your comment, but it went away too fast. Let me put on the other lash. These are Kiss Pompadour lashes, by the way. Some of my favorites. Yeah, I just decluttered a ton of lashes to my girl Jessica, the Dollar Diva, because she's in show business, and I probably shouldn't even say this because I wanted it to be a surprise for her, but I decluttered a ton of lashes to her because I had like all these like dramatic different style lashes. I don't wear them. I have very specific styles that I wear. I wear the Ardell Demi Wispies right here. I wear Kiss Pompadour. Our eye lenses. You had 2 planned C-sections with your kids. Were big babies. Really? Okay. Everyone is going to do that with the glasses, even if you're good. The lenses can't bend any more than they have. Okay, gotcha. Let me keep going. Josh will be 32 in December. Your son? Oh my gosh, Mo. 32? Girl. He's 6 years older than my oldest daughter. I fortunately did not have any C-sections, Mo. I pushed all of my babies out. I was lucky to push all my babies out. I know not everybody is that lucky or blessed or whatever you want to call it. My sisters, they have had C-sections for the most part. Oh, you did? Okay. All right. So what happened? You pushed and he wasn't trying to come out, so you ended up having to have a C-section because he wouldn't come out via pushing. I've heard that happening too. Like I said, luckily for me, I didn't have to go through that. Like I said, the labor part was long, but as far as pushing, I pushed a few times. 1, 2, 3, boom, out. Oh yeah, that epidural. Okay. Listen, let me tell you something. My hats off, respect to every woman out there who feels like they can do a natural delivery and not have an epidural. Not me. Okay? Not me. I need an epidural. I need an epidural to survive. I need an epidural to sleep. I need an epidural for so many things, y'all. No. Delivered on Saturday and home on Sunday. All right. So Donovan, yes, Donovan was born on the weekend as well. He was a weekend baby. He was born on Saturday, July 27th. He is a Leo. That was such a huge discussion in my family too, y'all. Okay, stop. That was such a huge discussion in my family too. Like, oh, my due date. They were like, oh, when is he gonna be born? Is he gonna be a Leo? Is he gonna be a Leo? Because my two of my sisters who are twins, they're a Leo. My dad was a Leo. My brother-in-law is a Leo. There's so many Leos in my family, and everybody was like, can he be born later on so he could be a Leo? And he is. He's a Leo. Okay, these text messages is going crazy from the high school. Like, come on, y'all, leave me alone. Yes, July 27th, he was born. He was 7 pounds, 13 ounces, which for me and my body, he was my biggest baby. My daughter Janiyah, my oldest daughter, she was 7 pounds. 7 pounds. Was she 7 pounds, 8 ounces? Or 7 pounds, 4 ounces? I think she was 7 pounds, 8 ounces. My son Michael was 7 pounds, 12 ounces. Charlotte was my smallest baby. She was 6 pounds, 4 ounces. And Donovan was 7 pounds, 13 ounces. So Donovan was my biggest baby. And Donovan, crazy enough, was the pregnancy that I gained the least amount of weight with. I only gained 17 pounds when I was pregnant with him. Charlotte was my smallest baby, but I gained 40 pounds with her because I was just going ham sandwich. I was not caring about my diet at all. With Donovan, however, I ate very, very healthy, and I was very, very, very conscious of what I was putting in my body with him. So I only gained 17 pounds with him. And then with my other two children, Michael and Janiyah, I gained the standard 25-ish pounds with the both of them. So there's that. So yeah, my body has birthed 4 babies, y'all. And I'm done. Oop, trying to put these lashes on. That's the only thing. When you use black glue, you got to be careful. No, I said I wasn't gonna do my whole face on camera, but I am. I'm gonna complete the live because that's what I do. I always do my full face, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's a little messy with the black glue, but I will fix it. I will fix it. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. Wait, what'd she say? All natural birth, and you weren't having. Ooh, listen. I was trying to explain to my daughter Charlotte how painful childbirth is, and she didn't understand it. And even though she's taken child development, and they have shown her a birth, and so she has seen childbirth, and she has heard of what childbirth does to you, but she has not. Of course, she's only 15. She doesn't really understand how painful it really is. And she keeps asking me, she's like, Mom, is it really that painful? And I'm like, yes. Yes. Like, labor is called labor for a reason. Not a reason, but multiple reasons. Like, labor is the most painful experience that a woman will ever go through in her entire life. Hands down. That is why it is called labor in the first place. Yeah. So my daughter has, she got her Aunt Flo when she was 12, which was the same age that I was when I got it, 12. And I did experience cramps, but labor, listen, they need to call it something else. It's not just labor. It's labor. I don't know. I don't know what else we could call it, y'all. But it isn't just labor. And I feel like they call it labor because of how long it lasts, but they're not telling you about the level of pain. Like, the only way that I could ever describe it to anyone is it feels like someone is trying to rip your stomach apart. And I hate to sound that graphic, but that's what it feels like, right? Those of us who have had children, please acknowledge what I'm saying right now. It feels like, remember that movie Alien? When the alien is inside and it's like you can see it coming out of the person's stomach, like trying to come out, and it just bursts out the stomach. That's what labor feels like. It feels like somebody is trying to rip your stomach apart. All right, y'all. So I got the lashes on. I'm going to prime my face. I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I've been testing this out. I received it in one of my Ipsies. Let me just kind of put some lip oil on because my lips are a little dry. Lips are a little Sahara Desert dry, y'all. But we're going to put on the vitamin-based face base right there. I love the way this smells. Because it has vitamin C. I feel like it has vitamin C in it because it smells very citrusy. It's almost like a lighter version of the I really like it. It's almost a lighter version to me of the Sunday Riley vitamin C stuff. And then in the center, I'm going to use the Smashbox Oil Control. What's this? Photo Finish Control Mattifying Primer with salicylic acid. That's going to go in the center. So I just have that much right there. And I'm just going to use that in the center of my face and in the forehead right here, because this is the only place on my face that I get oily. So I'm going to tap this in. I'm not going to do any lower mascara, but I do need some eyeliner. I've got all this eyeliner right here, but I'm actually going to go in with this one. This is the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner, and it's in the shade Dusty Mauve. So I'm going to go with that in my waterline. Looks like that. But I'm not going to put any mascara down here because I don't feel like it. But I definitely want some color down here. I love these NYX eyeliners. They are so, so good. They're so pigmented and so creamy and just amazing. See? I don't know if you're gonna be able to catch that on camera, but it is what it is. Anyway, okay. I feel like I need a little extra sparkle on my lid, so I'm actually going to go in with Fenty Diamond Bomb and How Many Carats. Yes, this looks beat up to all hell because the entire component fell out and I had to repress it. So I'm just going to, this is just a glitter. And I'm just gonna tap it on top just to add a little extra glitter. So I don't know if you can see the difference. See the difference between this eye and this eye with the sparkle? I don't use this on my face, this Fenty. I use it on my eyes as a topper. And you can literally top any eyeshadow with this. I just want a little extra sparkle, and I just feel like that's so pretty. Like that just added just the right amount of sparkle that I needed. That was it. That was the little extra oomph that I wanted right there. Okay, so I'm going to now go in with hold on. No, let me use my oldest mascara, Tarte Sea Surfer Curl. Just to blend my lashes with the falsies. This is almost done as far as like being dried up. I'm also going to take a little bit and put it on the lashes. Which this may be a no-no for a lot of people and taboo, but I do not care. This is something that I love to do to like more natural-esque lashes, is put the mascara on the actual lashes. So do you see? Look at how much more oomph that gave them. You gotta have the right mascara when you do that as well, I feel like. Did I put it away? Yeah, just want to put a little bit more on here. Yepers. The eyes are done. So we're gonna go ahead and do the face as well. Cause why not? Hold on, this needs to be here. So yeah, I gave my birth story. Mr. Donovan was born on July 27th, 2024. He is the literal most amazing baby ever. Like, we love him so freaking much. Here, you know what? I put the Diamond Bomb on the lid. I feel like I need an icy highlighter in my inner corner as well. Let me see what I got here. Oh, yeah. This is the Plan to Make It by Yolando Paint Me Chrome palette. That shade right there. I'm going to take this little brush right here. I want a little more oomph on my inner corner. Just a little bit more brightness right there. Oh, yeah. Over top of the eyeshadow. See the difference? See the difference? Yes. I love that it's like warmer in my inner corner and it's cooler on my lid. Like, I love that. Yes. I love when the look comes together. All right, so we've got that. Let me just kind of use my finger to get those lashes blended in and lift them up. So now they're lifted. Okay. Yeah, it's been an hour, but I don't care. So we're gonna keep going. Let's do complexion. Fenty Luminous Pro Filter Luminous foundation or whatever. This is in the shade 385. I formerly was using shade 370 in her other foundations, and I feel like this is going to be a better match for me. I think 370 was a little bit too light. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to use 385. And we're going to see how this does. And I'm going to use my DSMD Shop sponge to put on this foundation. So let's shake it up. So I'm going to go in with that. And oh, I can already tell. I feel like that's going to be a much better match for me than 370 was. Yes. Look at... And I tried her original foundation, the matte version, the Pro Filter Matte. I didn't like that at all. I feel like it was too matte for me. But this one, the hydrating one, was my favorite from her. But she decided to discontinue that. But then she brought this version, and I'm like, yeah, let me try that version, because that version is more my speed. And yes, look at that. Look at that, y'all. This is 385. I'm going to put one more pump because I want a little bit more coverage here in the middle of my face. And I'm going to take a little bit more up here to the forehead region. And yes, like I don't have to blend this or mix this with anything. This is perfection. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. I like medium coverage, satin type buildable foundation. I want my skin to not necessarily be like, it doesn't necessarily have to be super natural looking, but I'm not a full coverage girly, if that makes any sense. But look how, girl, look at this. Yes, 385. Fenty. If 385 does not come through for the medium deep girlies, oh my God, this is so much better of a match for me than 370. The coverage, the finish, stunning. Oh my God, that's so pretty. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, for concealer, I have really been loving the Lancome concealer. This is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer, and this is in 420. But I want a little bit more brightening on my inner corner, so I'm going with my Urban Decay Naked Quickie Concealer. I can't see the shade because it's too small. So I'm just going to use the Lancome. I love that I don't need a lot of this. Use it here, here, and here. And then the Urban Decay Quickie, because this is a little bit lighter, I'm going to use that for brightening only in the inner portion right there. So do you see that whole situation? That's what we got going on. And I'm just going to kind of let that dry down a little bit. I don't put concealer to brighten my forehead because, as you can see, who needs to make this forehead look any wider than it already is? Not me. Definitely don't need that. So I'm going to use the Shop Miss A sponge, the Pawpaw sponge right here for my concealer. Actually, well, right here, I'm going to use the same one that I use for the foundation, and then very lightly tap out this foundation concealer here. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Like, that is so pretty to me. That looks so pretty to me. And then I'm gonna take this. These sponges right here, these are from DSMD Shop. It's a black-owned makeup brand. It's a black-owned brand for these marble sponges. And then this, of course, is Shop Miss A. Shop Miss A Pawpaw sponge. All right, I'm gonna do cream highlighter and liquid highlighter and cream blush. Elf Camo blush in, this is mauve, like spicy mauve something. And this is Wet n Wild Halo Glow in Rosy and Ready. So I'm gonna do that. Use the side of my sponge. Okay, I feel like that ate up the product, so I'm not going to use a sponge. I'm going to use a brush now because I just feel like it ate up that product. This did. Let's. There we go. That's so much better. And I'm going to use the same brush. Oh, that's so pretty. I can't help it, y'all. I can't. Like, oh, so gorgeous. Okay. And I'm just gonna go in with my concealer brush, my concealer sponge, and just kind of meld those products together. And now I can set. Now I can set. And I'm actually going to set my under eyes with the Believe Beauty translucent powder. With my purple sponge applicator. Now I'm just putting on okay, I didn't know because I didn't know either because I never had cramps. No, the pain is lower than your stomach. It's like you are being it's like you are being decapitated from the waist down. That's the perfect way to describe it, Mo. Whose foundation? Fenty. Hopefully I answered this. Fenty Luminous. I can't see the bottom of this because I don't have my reading glasses down here. But this is the Fenty Pro Filter Luma something foundation, and it's in 385. And I just used the Believe Beauty concealer. I put 2. I used the Urban Decay Quickie concealer and the Lancome Tint Idol concealer underneath my eyes. Y'all, I'm loving how this looks. Even with the powder I just put over it. Do you see that glow right there from the blush and the highlighter? You can still see it. Okay, for powder, I'm going to continue with the glow. I'm going to use the Kosas Cloud Set Powder in Softly right here. And I'm going to use this giant puff. This is what I have been using to set my face with this powder. And so I just lightly I load it up with powder and then I just lightly tap because this powder doesn't have a matte finish. It's just like, ugh. This powder is gorgeous on the face. I can't even describe to you how gorgeous this is. Like, I just need you to see it. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Do you see it? Do you see this? I love this powder so much. I love this powder so much. Oh my God. Love. Bronzer. I'm going to use a bronzer I haven't used yet. NARS. Laguna 6. Let's use that. Use this nice big fluffy brush right here. Ooh. Yes. Very pretty. Oh, yes. I've never tried a NARS bronzer besides the regular Laguna to lighten my bronze my nose. Because you know, NARS didn't really have a bronzer that was for medium deep skin tones until they released these expansions to their shade range. And I really like this one. I really like it. Again, this is NARS Laguna 6 bronzer. I'm also going to take this same bronzer and put it on my nose. Because the tone, I really like the tone of it. It's not super duper warm, nor is it super duper cool. It's like right in between. So I can use it both on my face and also on my nose. And underneath the lip. Very pretty. Just gonna tap it out with this brush right here, kind of. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. Okay, powder blush. Hourglass. Probably that shade right there. Oh no, this was probably back here, wasn't it? So I'm actually using this shade right here in the Hourglass palette for blush to top that cream blush that I put down by e.l.f. And I haven't used that yet, so I wanted to see how it looks. And it is definitely showing up on my skin tone, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And then for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the, I'm gonna go in with the highlighter from this Wayne Goss palette in Pearl, this highlighter right here, with the same brush, and just kind of dust that over. Oh my God, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I almost forget that I'm live on camera because I'm just having so much fun with this makeup. Like, okay, now I'm going to set my brows, and then I'm gonna set my brows, set my face, do my lippy, and then we'll be done. So I'm gonna go in with this clear brow gel from Lith right here. I got this from one of my BoxyCharm by Ipsy's. And then, because I also need to get back to work. Right here. And I have this brush right here. Throw that away. Ooh, oh, hold on. Just lightly tap into this, because when I tried to go too far, it went too far. Now, because I have pretty decent brows, I don't go in with this type of product first. I use these type of products to set my brows down after I've already have my brow product in. That's just how I like to use these. You can use these products however you need to. But that's how I use these. Like I go in with these after I have my brow product already down. And then I just take my finger and I'm gonna tap it down. Okay, so this definitely is a brow lamination type situation, which is another reason why I'm glad I don't go in with this first. But yeah. Hold on, let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't want it completely laminated, but this definitely is like a lock. It's like a lockdown, y'all. That's a lockdown, okay? You know what? You're going with this Wayne Goss. I used the highlighter, but I didn't use the blush. Ooh! Let's use the blush. Ooh, yes, that is so pretty. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. And then highlighter over one more time, because why not? That right there. Stunning. Okay, setting spray. I'm gonna use this Christoph Buckle Power Lock setting spray that I found off of Amazon. Woo, that spray is aggressive, okay? You don't need a lot of that. I'm gonna take the sponge that I was using and just tap it in. That setting spray was found on Amazon for like maybe $8.99. For this big ass bottle, of setting spray was like $8.99. I've used it several times before, and it does help hold the makeup in place. Alrighty then. Look, I sound like Ace Ventura. Alrighty then. Huda Beauty Rich Palette and all of these other products. Like, we have a sultry eye with some sparkle. Love, love, love. So, Lippy, I feel like there's no question as far as the lip product that I want to use. I don't even think I'm going to go in with a lip liner. I'm just going to go in with Fenty Gloss Bomb Stick in Spice Cold. I'm just going to throw this on. I'm not even going to use a lip liner. Like, I could use a lip liner, but these Gloss Bomb Sticks are so pretty. And look at how pretty that looks without a lip liner. So that is it, y'all. That is the look. That's what I'm going with for today. That is the look. And I want to thank all of y'all for joining me, even if you only were able to come in for a few minutes. Thank you for joining me. And if you come in and watch on the replay, make sure you comment #replay so that I know that you were here. Yes, y'all. I'm back. All right. Yes, yes, y'all. I'm back, y'all. On the tube, y'all. I'm back, y'all. And I love the fact that I'm back and how this look turned out. And I will see you guys next week, okay? If you have make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and check that subscribe button. You know, check out my older content. I will have new edited content coming very, very soon. But I love you guys, and I will catch you on the next one, all right? Peace.